In fact,
Premieres Saturday, April 18th on HBO.
I'm giving a surprise party Sunday night. Can you come?
The biggest womanizer in town is about to be taught a lesson.
Unbelievable.
Now he's a man trapped in a woman's body.
I can't think with all this hair.
And a woman trapped in a man's world.
I'm sick and tired of being treated like a piece of meat.
Jimmy Smith. Ellen Barkin. Switch. Premieres Sunday, April 19th on HBO.
It's the HBO Opening Night with Steven Seagal at the premiere of Out for Justice. He'll tell you about shaping a hero, punching up a story, cutting the action, shooting on the gritty streets of Brooklyn. It all starts at 7:45 p.m., just before the premiere of Out for Justice, followed by a boxing doubleheader when Foreman takes on Stewart live. Then it's back to Seagal in Hard to Kill. It's a hard-hitting night of action when the tough get going on Saturday, April 11th at 7:45 p.m. just before the premiere of Out for Justice. Steven Seagal and HBO's Opening Night.
Simply the best choice on TV. HBO. Get ready to laugh with today's hottest young black comics on an all-new Russell Simmons Def Comedy Jam. Next on HBO. Viewer discretion advised.
Unrelenting, unforgettable, America Undercover. This spot's one of the most chilling interviews you'll ever see.
It really surprised me when I took his head off.
The Iceman, a cold, ruthless killer.
If you mess with me, I'll hurt you.
The Iceman, a mob killer tracked by police for years, who confessed to the brutal deaths of over 100 victims, but felt no remorse.
Nothing haunts me.
The Iceman, he lived a double life, loving husband and father by day.
We were the all-American family.
Contract killer by night. A real-life Jekyll and Hyde.
I was even an altar boy.
Is nothing more than a predator on human beings.
Now, for the first time ever, HBO takes you behind bars and inside the mind of one of the most notorious killers of our time.
Good guys do finish last.
An America Undercover exclusive. The Iceman tapes. Conversations with a Killer. Premieres Tuesday night at 10 on HBO.
H is for hard-hitting. B is for bone-crunching. O is for opening night. Steven Seagal pulls no punches when he hosts HBO's premiere of Out for Justice.
I think you're going to like the way I get the bad guy.
On opening night, Steven Seagal is Out for Justice. Coming in April.
And if elected...
This spring, there are an awful lot of folks out there running for this and running for that. But tell the truth, which George would you rather see back in action? Foreman versus Stewart. Live Saturday, April 11th. On HBO, you're in for a fight.
He's graced the stage of Carnegie Hall, blazed a trail through New Jersey, and made the grade on the college tour. Now, George Carlin is coming home to New York City at the Paramount Theater at Madison Square Garden.
What?
You've seen him do the unbelievable, say the unspeakable, but this time at the Paramount, the question is, what'll he do live? It could only happen here. George Carlin is live at the Paramount, the HBO Comedy Hour. We're talking serious comedy. Good for you. George Carlin live at the Paramount. Saturday, April 25th on HBO.
This spring, the best movies are coming to HBO. The best movies. Coming this spring to HBO.
The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's the most happening scene in town, and only HBO can take you there. We got our host Martin Lawrence, and everybody going crazy with more comedy over the edge. We're getting down with a new jam this week, and the hippest people are in the house checking them out.
Tell me, do you like what you say? Nope.
We're kicking it on the Russell Simmons Def Comedy Jam. A new jam premieres next Friday on HBO. Viewer discretion is advised.
Murder, madness, and mayhem. And that's just the fun part. It's another gory episode of Tales from the Crypt. Next on HBO. Viewer discretion advised.
I command this family. Right or wrong?
I think you're more dangerous than you've ever were.
I said we make him dead. You give me the order. I'll take care of it.
Anything happens to Michael, I want you to strike back.
You will not give, I'll take.
The ultimate story of family, power, and violence.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
The Godfather Part III. Premieres Sunday night at 8 on HBO.
Simply the best choice on TV. HBO.
Viewer warning. The following program contains material that may be too intense for some viewers. Parental discretion is advised.
Had any nightmares recently? Never fear. The Crypt Keeper's here. And I guarantee you'll get a charge out of this.
I find you both guilty of the murder of your former wife, Mr. Carney.
Who are you?
And I sentence you to death. Your sentence to be carried out immediately.
Wait a minute.
The man who was dead. Another brilliantly executed tale from the crypt.
Warning, strong content. Parental discretion advised.
Clint Eastwood's a late-night DJ whose one-night stand with an obsessed fan becomes a fatal attraction. Play Misty for me, next on HBO.
In the time of fear and suspicion, his coming was foretold.
You choose to admit your crimes before man and God?
Now he is here. He is the face of an angel, the seduction of a devil, and the powers of a god. Now an enemy from his past, and a girl from the present, are the only hope for the future. Julian Sands, Laurie Singer. A horrifying tale that could set the world on fire.
Nothing could be worse than this.
Warlock. Tuesday. In Above the Law, he got tough.
Who ever thought that I would have become a cop, huh?
In Hard to Kill, he got evil.
The body count's going up, Gino.
In Marked for Death, he got mad.
Maybe it's like a mood swing, my hormones, I don't know.
Now,
Richie got out of the car and just stepped up.
he's looking for revenge.
I find this guy before you do. You know what I'm gonna do.
Steven Seagal is out for justice. Premieres Saturday, April 11th on HBO.
Goodfellas, Awakenings, Edward Scissorhands, The Grifters, Mr. and Mrs. Briggs, Hamlet, Pacific Heights, Sleeping with the Enemy. Simply the best movies.
The following movie is rated R.